All right, everyone, we are here in songwriting session number 2 for Off the Hook. I think where we left off about a week and a half ago. 10 days ago, actually. It's Thursday the 19th today. Was that we were in a car park. We got a verse and a pre-chorus down, and then I had to go off and do a gig. And on the way home, I was thinking about the song, and I came up with this as a chorus melody. So let me play it for you. It was 3:17 a.m. on the 9th. So hey, have a listen to this. You gotta hand me out to dry. I never knew the reason why. My heart is broke apart in a million pieces. All right, well that's pretty good considering I was sick and I had I'd done 2 gigs. So that's what I've come up with now. Weirdly, the melody I worked out. So what happens quite often is when you sing a melody or you create a melody like that in the car, and the melody spells out a chord progression, because when you sing a note, that note has to appear in the context of the song that you're singing in. You have to put some harmony to it, and harmony is what we call chords. And when the note in the melody changes, it suggests a chord and then moving to another chord. So I'll just give you an idea of what that means. So we're in the key of E. On the original demo we're in E flat because that's what that guitar is tuned to, but this is E standard. And so that melody goes, I think, something like that. The first note of that melody is a B. And really, it sounds to me like that's going to be a B of the E chord. Why you have to hand me out to dry? That's a D sharp. D sharp is a third of a B chord. Why? That G sharp note is in the C sharp minor chord. So the lyrics I've worked on a little bit. So that chorus is going to sound like this. Hopefully. 2, 3, 4. Why you gotta hang me out to dry? I never knew the reason why. And now my heart's broke apart in a million pieces. So, because I came up with that melody without having any chords in my head, it's actually very similar to the verse chords, like almost identical. So that's probably why I was hearing it like that. You got a 1 chord, E is the 1 of E major, then the 5th chord is B, and then the minor 6th chord, C sharp minor, back to the 5, and then to the 4, which is A. So very similar to the verse. So I've made a couple of decisions about the song so far. Number 1, it needs to be faster than that original idea, but not a lot, but maybe 6 to 8 beats. The other decision I'm making, which I've never done in a song before, I'm going to start with the chorus. So the first thing you're going to hear is what I just played. I'm going to come straight in with the chorus and then do that verse. And now I've kind of got a few lines for the second verse, but I'm not too happy with them, so I'm going to work on that a little bit now, and then we'll see what we have. Then we have to come up with a bridge. Anyone who knows any of my music before knows that quite often, like, the bridge is the thing that I focus on, which is weird in 2025 because most people don't have bridges anymore. I still like them a lot. And here's my theory of why a bridge is important. I believe that you don't actually write a song from your entire perspective, because a song is really a very short piece, and it can only really capture a perspective of the character that's singing in the moment. And because it's only a small thing, it can't really be entirely you. It's just you expressing yourself about that thing. But the bridge for me always was a point of the song where, like, this is where you get over it. Whatever your problem was, whatever you needed to solve in that first verse and second verse and chorus, the bridge is not just the section of the song that takes you to the end of the song. But it's the thing that helps you realize how you are solving your problem, or what your new perspective is, or how that journey has changed you. When I say you, I mean the character that's singing the song. So often for me, the bridge is a very, very important part of the song, because otherwise I just don't know what the point of the song is. You know, what is the point of a song if it isn't to learn something that you didn't know at the start? Of course, the answer to that is the point of a song is whatever you want the song to be about. For me, a song is often about presenting a problem or something that I have to solve and working my way through it. And the bridge, even if it's not a lyric conclusion, it's a musical conclusion. It makes me feel something that's like, oh yeah, cool, I got through that. So I can't help but feel what's going to happen is there's going to be a slight key change. Because that's another thing that people don't do these days very much, is key changes, and I just think they're really handy. Because they symbolize a change in the character. So I'm going to have a go at that. Okay, I've done this thing. I call it the Paul Simon trick, where the music seems happy, the melody seems relatively uplifting, but the lyrics are pretty dark. So I'm just going to play you what I've got for the second verse and the pre-chorus. I'm going to do what I do when I write, which is I'm now going to sing the chorus that I have, and I'm going to just play the first thing that comes to mind when it comes to the bridge section. I've already mentioned I think we're going to do a key change. So we'll see what happens. How do I find my purpose? Coated in this veneer, I only feel the cracks that don't appear. Everyone's on a ladder, but nobody's looking down. Even an empty circus needs a clown. Well, we can... new bridge, hang on. Though I may not want your silence, I will always hear your voice. Maybe one day I'll believe you had a choice. Why you gotta hang me out to dry? I never knew the reason why. And now my heart's broke apart in a million pieces. Why you gotta hang me out to dry? I never knew the reason why. And now my heart is broke apart in a million pieces. Gonna have a solo, isn't it? Yeah, gonna have a solo. What did I do? Okay, so Okay. Okay, cool. Now I have to write some lyrics for that. I'm not going to do that tonight because it's already almost 11 o'clock. But that's close. That's pretty close. Pretty close to being a song. I'll go over the lyrics I have here for that second verse. And you may recall, I don't have them here with me. They're in the car, of course, and I don't want to go out to the car and get the little inspiration op shop co-op gifts. But you may remember one of them was a coat hook with a cow and a sheep and a goose and a chicken and maybe a dog on it. And the other thing was a bee on a ladder, which we thought maybe hooked onto a plant pot. So I've referenced those in these lyrics really in the sense of how do I find my purpose coated in this veneer, because there's definitely a lacquer, a really shiny lacquer on that thing. And then I only feel the cracks that don't appear. Well, appear in veneer rhyme, so. And then the ladder. Like everyone's on a ladder, but nobody's looking down. Even an empty circus needs a clown. I mean, you know, you kind of feel like I'm a clown all the time. That's the job I have often on a stage. So, why not? You know, I'm not going to really explain that pre-chorus anymore. Probably says enough. So, let's call it a night. We've got some good work done tonight on the song, so that's good. I will probably keep most of that bridge. I don't know about the chords going to the solo section, and so we'll see how we go. All right, that's enough for tonight. This may be its own video. It may not. It may be part of the next video. Who knows? I'll see you later. Shoo.